Hey, Porva Panda here. Welcome to the Focus Mastermind program. I'm going to go over a quick overview of the four foundations that we like to install in people's companies to get them to 10 million a year. And this is for tech companies. If you're already doing over 500K a year, this will work for you. And so let's jump into it. So sometimes people ask me at this point, like, what is a mastermind program? And so a mastermind program is designed to help you evolve as a founder. Okay, there's a couple different components of this, and we'll go over it. But the journey that all founders go through is a journey that's external and internal, a journey on the revenue side and the identity side. So if you're going from 6 figures to 7 figures, 7 figures to 8 figures and beyond, you need to become a different type of person that optimizes for different things as you go through this. Okay, and so the 4 levels that we talk about are inventor, promoter, operator, and then focused founder, someone that can build a $100 million plus valuation company and get to that revenue level as well. And so what I'm about to take you through is designed to do one core transformation, take you from a promoter to an operator. And a lot of times people get unsure about scaling when they're in this promoter area. And so to get certain about scaling, I like to go to what Steve Jobs says, which is if you are working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. And so we want to take you up this path of the focused founder journey and make sure that you can get to that highest level. Now, if you're thinking, I don't know how to scale, you're unsure about it, then we want to make sure that you're not optimizing for the wrong things. Okay. A lot of promoters, even inventors, will optimize for short-term wins. Being an operator is the ability to optimize for long-term wins while sustaining cash flow and increasing profits. So we're going to take you through that. And a lot of promoters say, like, hey, why do short-term wins not matter? I need to get this revenue. And I like to go to Warren Buffett for this. He has a quote that says, in the short run, the market is a voting machine. They vote with their dollars. In the long run, it's a weighing machine. And he's quoting Benjamin Graham, a great investor, about this. And so what does he mean, voting machine, weighing machine? Okay, so in the short term, people will optimize for certain things that'll get them to a certain revenue level, then they tap out. And what got you here won't get you to that next level. And so if you're optimizing for press, rewards, maybe some small contracts, maybe some funding rounds, if you're optimizing for doing more free support for your people to get more sales, for your customers to get more sales, that can hold you back. And those are a lot of times our votes, right? We want to build the long term, which is your market value of your company going up. And we do this by implementing foundations. And that's because the height of the pinnacle of your business is dependent on the depth of the foundations. And so what are the 4 foundations that we like to implement in businesses? Great question. The 4 foundations are growth, product delivery, focus, and finance. This is what we'll be taking you through as you go through this journey. Okay. And these 4 together will increase the longevity of your business and the calmness in your nervous system. At this point, the business is usually pretty tied to your nervous system. When it's doing well, you feel good. When it's not doing well, you don't feel good. We want to untie those things and make sure that these foundations get implemented. Now, it's not easy to just implement them one by one. So you have to think about this like a choose your own adventure. Okay. And what I recommend you do is grab the sheet below. And if you haven't audited this already with me, go ahead and grab that sheet below and start auditing yourself on these systems. And so in that sheet, you'll see, there's 34 subsystems amongst the 4 foundations. And you can kind of mark yourself like yellow, red, green. Green says you're done with this. It's a system in your business. Yellow means it's in progress. Red means you haven't started it yet. So go ahead and grab that. And let's go into the actual core mechanisms of this mastermind. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is the scaling foundations, those 4 foundations. Systems that had 7 figures, be able to grow 8-figure teams, and scale 9-figure leadership. If you're in the mastermind, you have a really detailed version of this. If you're not in the mastermind yet, then you're going to get a high level of this. And then there's 2 versions of the mastermind. One is kind of self-serve. You can install these systems yourself. If you're in that version, then you'll just be getting these scaling foundations. If you're in the more involved version where you're working with me and my team, then you're going to get weekly feedback calls. You're going to get summit events. So 4 times a year, we meet up virtually or in person. Right now, it's in Miami and San Francisco for the in-person ones. And if you're watching this in a later year, it'll probably be different locations as well. And then you also get a private community where you can message people on Slack one-on-one. You can message me one-on-one at any time if you're in that more engaged model. So now go ahead. You can watch these next videos about the high level of these systems. You don't have to watch them. If you're working directly with me, like I'll tell you when to watch which one, and we can also go through these things together. But if you're not working with me, go ahead and watch them. I'll give you a really good high-level overview of the 34 systems we like to implement in companies that become those 4 foundations to make sure you can grow past 10 million and also do it calmly and lessen the stress on your nervous system and really become that operator that can manage a team of teams rather than a big team that most of these promoters kind of go through. Okay, why do we want to do all this? Well, we want to do all this because I want you to start sending me messages like these. Okay, someone closed a $30.5 million deal. I want you to send me a message saying, hey, we crossed $830,000 in revenue in 1 month. I want you getting past that $10 million mark. I want you adding profit. So millions of profit within your company. You can send me messages like these when that happens. And I also want you growing fast. So this is someone that started off at 0 and they're past $299,000 in a month. And so all of this, all these foundations are designed to get you not just to this goal, but even further. And we want to make sure that you can do it faster. So go ahead, get that audit sheet, watch the videos, interact with me, come to the events, message each other, have some fun while you're going through this process. Cheers.